4 suspects linked to the Kwabinzaro religious cult have been turned into state witnesses, with 3 others released on free bond. As a prime suspect, together with 3 others, remain in custody pending a ruling by a Malindi court on the application seeking to detain them for a further period of 60 days. The prosecution revealed that the 4 are directly linked to the Shakahola massacre, where more than 400 people died in 2023, including their own family members. Kevin Mutai also reports that the focus of investigations and search for more graves is currently being carried out within 400 acres at the expansive Chakama forest, where bodies of victims of the deadly cult were exhumed and others thrown into the bushes to conceal the evidence.
After 51 days of being in police custody, the suspects behind the cultic killings at Kwabinzaro appeared before Malindi Principal Magistrate Joy Wesonga Friday. The prosecution, led by Jami Yamina, presented another miscellaneous application seeking different orders from the court while revealing damning accusation against some of the suspects. The state proposed the release of the first 4 respondents under the witness protection, which was granted. Safari Kenganzai, Karisa Gona Fondo, and Gone Charo Kalama were also released on a free bond, but were directed to report to the Assistant Chief Makongeni sublocation twice a week, as well as ordered not to contact any of the witnesses. Shalin Anindo, who is the prime suspect, had a husband who is believed to have died in Shakahola. Kazungu Garama also lived with his wife Salama Masha and 5 children who were rescued and currently in a children's home in Kilifi. Thomas Mukonwe too had a wife and 3 children who are still missing and believed to be dead, as well as James Kahindi, who lost 5 children in Shakahola.
Something unique about the 8th to the 11th respondents is that they have already been mentioned adversely by the witnesses in the case in Shakahola 1. At least 12 witnesses have mentioned them adversely.
The prosecution also argued that the extreme religious belief of fasting to death in Binzaro bears the hallmarks of the crimes committed by members of the Good News International Church, led by Paul Mackenzie, causing the deaths of 454 people. They will remain in police custody pending determination of the application seeking to have them detained for 60 more days.
One of the compelling grounds to continue to hold the 4 in detention is for their own protection. They themselves might also decide to take the journey, and the journey being that this is a cult that believes that fasting for religious reasons or justifications is a way or an avenue for them to go to heaven and find Jesus.
The possible charges to be leveled against them include radicalization, facilitation of terrorism acts, engaging in organized criminal activity, and murder. 34 bodies were exhumed from the forest and 102 body parts recovered, with more grave sites identified and yet to be exhumed.
The bodies were not within the initial 5 acres under investigation. As they continued identifying the graves, it expanded to an exercise covering 400 acres, and the police therefore had reasonable grounds to believe that a deliberate effort was made to conceal or destroy the evidence. A good number of the bodies were consumed by wild animals.
The 4 suspects will be detained at Ngerenya, Watamu, Kilifi, and Kijipwa police stations. Kevin Mutai, NTV, from Kilifi.
All that report by Kevin Mutai brings us to our first break.